Tuesday, my pearls. Well, have a good evening. Thank you, Terry F, for 5 months coming in clutch on this Tuesday.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too, and if you hit the bottom I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too, and if you hit the bottom I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow.
5 months.
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too, and if you hit the bottom I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. I'm on my last straw, I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies, I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me, 'cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go, I need you by my side. Big brain, come along with me, together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too.
Get your pearls
Search
out.
for facts is always new. In this place,
Here we go.
keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Standing truth is what we do. So hit subscribe
W865. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my dear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Good to see all of you, my beautiful, beautiful pearls. Today is January 28th, 2025. It is currently 7:18 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful pearls. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. You could be anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Good to see you all. Thank you all for all of the love in chat. You guys are amazing. I need to thank a few of you coming in clutch. How you doing? Terry F, thank you so much for 5 months. Really do appreciate that. 5 wonderful months with Justin Mods in chat. Thank you, Terry F. I really do appreciate 5 continuous months of your support. Can't do it without you, my friend, and I really do appreciate that. Good to see you. And we got Pink Life Christina coming in. How you doing? Getting my just in time in before work. Couldn't think of anything better. That is so kind, Pink Life Christina. Thank you for 5 months of membership. Really, really do appreciate you, my friend. Good to see you and hope your work shift goes smooth and passes quickly. Thank you so much, my dear. And we got 865 Picker. There we go. Hello. How are you? 865. Good to see you. I think we all know Edgar is shifty smart. Why does he keep saying law enforcement said not to give dates? Isn't this a red flag to law enforcement, or is it just some small portion of truth? 865. First of all, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. So I don't know if you missed the live where uh we emailed um the detective that is on Sebastian's case. And he told us uh you know outright that uh you know law enforcement cannot tell anyone what to say or not say. I did show that probably 4 or 5 lives ago. Um, that and it's I don't know if I have it right here quickly or not. Okay, maybe I might have a few of them here. Uh, let's see here. So yeah, I'll show you these right here, and I'll show you in just 1 second. Okay, my dear, I will. Sally, thank you so very much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for being a member as well. If you received that pearl necklace, give our girl Sally a big thank you. Good to see you, Sally. Haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you, my dear. Um, but this was something, and of course, it's from Brandon Carter, who is the only, the one and the only uh, detective that is covering Sebastian's case for the last 11 months. Next month will be a year. This is the only case he is assigned to. He has worked this case literally for 11 months. No other case. Um, in my opinion, if it was not fruitful, he would not be just assigned to this case. Okay. So here, emailed him back and forth, and he says, due to the need to protect the integrity of the case, we're unable to discuss specific details. That said, in this situation, I would ask, what do you think makes the most sense? Signed, Detective Brandon Carter. And this is where emailed him back. Here is another. And it was asked, why does people close to this case say that they can't speak to specific dates, meaning i.e. step parents? And he replies back, we can't tell anybody not to say anything. The only thing I can say is that in an ongoing criminal investigation, it's the only case I work to present day. That is huge. That's huge. Um, he is saying right there that we can't tell anybody what to say. Like I've always said, law enforcement does not advise ever. They never, ever advise. They don't tell you what to say or anything of that nature. It's not that I don't care, Kimberly. I mean, people can look it up if they want. I just what I do to just to be, you know, safe. Because it is a law enforcement officer. So there's that. And I thought there was one more. Yeah, we can't tell anybody what to say. The only thing I can say is this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It's the only case I work to present day. Um, Asking, what do you think makes the most sense? And the reply was, uh, thank you to your response. To answer your question, what I think makes the most sense, my guess would be that law enforcement never told Edgar that he could not discuss specific dates because that would not make sense. My guess would be that he is just saying that because perhaps he was at home or around Sebastian on the date that he was allowed uh, on the date that he was allowed to be. For example, if CPS wasn't conducting an investigation, and during the investigation, they instructed that Edgar not be around Sebastian until the investigation was complete. That's the only reason that I could think Edgar would not want to give a specific date. But to blame it on law enforcement as he does with so many other things that may incriminate him seems to be something I think would upset law enforcement and make them want to clarify that it isn't true. Or then again, maybe you guys are just sitting back quietly watching and listening to see if he would incriminate himself because he likes to talk and he's made so many incriminating remarks already. For example, the many times he says we when speaking about that night when he allegedly was not even there. So, how would we hear Sebastian open the loud back door? Or how would we see that he was what he was wearing and when he went to bed that night? And how would we hear if Sebastian left out of his window because he would have landed on bushes and we would have heard him scream? Those are all things he said himself on interviews, which I've personally heard. So please tell me if you guys or onto him. Now, obviously, they're not going to say that. You must be getting close by now, right? Question mark. Can I get a wink? Wink? Anything? Well, obviously, they're not going uh, to say that, but um, I love how you go into uh, so, but uh, there's that. So, you know, what makes the most sense? I was speaking to one of my mods last night in the very late after my live, and we were speaking about this case, and you know, in my opinion, Edgar says, it's a crutch uh, to say law enforcement has dictated me not to say this. Well, again, you just literally heard it from uh, the direct source working the criminal investigation for the past 11 months that they don't tell them that. So, where's the excuse now, Edgar? Where's the excuse now? Um, because crickets, right? Crickets. He confirmed what we knew. That is exactly right, Ginger. He confirmed what we knew. We're going to go into a lot of things in this live today. I've got a lot to show you guys and to present because yesterday I felt like I didn't give you guys much. The day before that, I was kind of sick. So last night we winged it. So I tried to work hard for you guys today. Donna, thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you, Donna. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our girl Donna a big, big thank you because you've been promoted.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Thank you.
I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough.
Thank you so much, Donna, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those, give our girl a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate your support there, sweet Donna. Thank you so very much. And thank you again, 865 Picker. Really do appreciate you. Why or what do you think law enforcement makes of those statements? I mean, to me, it's pretty clear, right? Uh, you know, uh, what do you think makes the most sense? You know, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. Clearly, not everyone thinks like I do, but if you really think about this case, right? Not really even too deeply, in my opinion. Uh, it's not difficult to say that something is wrong here. Uh, not in just one uh, specific thing, but many, many things. 1 second. Uh, the only thing I can say is that this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It's the only case I work to present day. Um, again, it has to be fruitful of a case for them to assign someone on this case 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nearly 365 days, right? Um, you have a dad who was literally in a jail, We know where he was. We know where KK was, and we know where they were all month, including Sebastian, right? The only person we don't know and who says that he, remember, the only one we don't know where he was for an entire month. He says on Nancy Grace that he was home, but he can't give exact dates. Law enforcement has told me not to give exact dates. Okay. Well, we know that's not true. He's the only one. Why can Edgar not give exact dates? He says he's not involved in the case, right? No affiliation whatsoever. In fact, said he was cleared the first interview. But again, the only one who can't give dates and or times. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And there's only one reason, in my opinion, why you can't give exact dates. Right? Well, I think actually, in my opinion, probably two reasons. In my opinion, probably because there was, a fifth CPS report in 14 months. And where were you that night, Edgar? Remember, law enforcement very early on said, we would like footage of Sunday evening. Where were you Sunday evening, Edgar? Doesn't talk about that. Nobody's asked him. Well, I take that back. They did ask, and he said, that's another thing I can't give exact dates because it's pertinent to the investigation. Is it pertinent to the investigation, or is it pertinent to you? Which one is it? I would say, in my opinion, the latter. The latter, for sure, in my opinion. Thank you for that, 865. Callie, thank you, dear. Very generous of you. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Always appreciate you, Callie girl. Good to see you, my love. Hope you are well. You little kitty's so cute. Really do appreciate you. Very, very kind of you, my dear. And we got a Lady K coming in clutch. Thank you, Lady K. Really do appreciate you. Law enforcement recently reached out to some YouTubers asking for copies of interviews they have done with CP and KP. Yes, they certainly have. They wouldn't be doing that if they weren't building a case. Correct. Absolutely. They wouldn't care. It's at this point an open secret, right? It's an open secret, in my opinion. They again, if you don't, they wouldn't care. Parents reaching out about their son, and I do know a lot of the specific parts that they have reached out to those YouTubers on specific questions. I'm not going to divulge them here. I don't know if the other creators have or not, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And you're exactly right, Lady K. You're exactly right. This case has became, um, on social media, it's became just insane, really, to be quite honest with you, just absolutely insane. But we try to keep it about Sebastian here. Um, all right. On some few things that I do want to speak about today. Um, we got a lot to speak about. Uh, First things first, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party, and you don't want to miss the chicken party. Okay? You don't want to miss out. Just saying. Just saying. You guys never disappoint. You guys are amazing. Thank you all. Keep up the chatter. Hey, thank you very much. Very, very kind of you, my dear. Um, okay. So with this, the FBI, who is assisting in this case, right? I have told you, guys, and more importantly, Jennifer Coffindaffer, who has worked for the FBI for 20 years, now retired, but still does training and all of that. Great creator as well. Has stated that obviously the FBI only does criminal investigations, which we know this is criminal because we heard it from the source of the main detective who is on this case. The FBI will officially open and lead a missing persons investigation when foul play is suspected. And now they are not leading this case as far as we know. There's nothing to indicate that as far as we know, right? Because Brandon Carter has been on the case for 11 months. But there is a couple things here. Let me see if I can find it. When authorized by officially opening a case, investigations, agents are able to use the full resources of the FBI, including having federal prosecutors assigned, employing the subpoena powers of the federal grand jury, distributing FBI wanted and missing person flyers, and offering substantial reward monies. You may also want to read why does the FBI investigate murder? Okay, well, the FBI only investigates crime, right? If the FBI comes in, they are there to assist with crime. And we know that the FBI has assisted with the case in their technologies. They have also used the missing persons flyers. They have offered substantial reward monies as well. If they need it, they can, I'm sure that they possibly have done subpoena powers and federal grand jury if needed, in perhaps even this case eventually. Maybe they've already done stuff. Who knows? Most often, the FBI's participation in a missing persons case is based on a request for assistance from state, local, tribal, and campus law enforcement partners. Um, this is very important. Requests for FBI assistance are often made in multi jurisdiction investigations. Did you hear that? Doesn't mean it's happening in this case, but it's often. Requests of the FBI assistance are often made in multi jurisdiction investigations. Prior to contacting the FBI, the local agency will have determined the missing adult or child was more likely than not a victim of foul play. What resources the FBI makes available are determined on a case by case basis. Those resources might include manpower for searches and witness interviews and investigating assistance for crime scene response, evidence analysis, consulting regarding victim and subject behavioral profiles, in addition to other specialized resources. The nature and length of the assistance provided by the FBI depends on when notification of the missing person was made. The facts and the circumstances encompass that person going missing or being abducted, meaning foul play, and the capabilities of local law enforcement making the request. The FBI may offer crisis response, investigative assistance, forensic support, intelligence, and information sharing and training. Um, so I thought that was very, very interesting. The FBI is authorized to immediately become involved in an interstate kidnapping or a missing child investigation. Uh, Kidnapping cases. The legal definition for a federal crime of kidnapping is anyone who unlawfully seizes, confines, decoys, kidnaps, abducts, or carries away and holds for ransom or reward or otherwise any person. So basically, any reason. Uh, so there is that. Uh, the FBI will monitor other kidnapping situations when there is no evidence of interstate travel. So, let's say in Sebastian's case, there was no interstate travel whatsoever. They would still monitor the case. And it offers assistance for various entities, including the FBI laboratory. On the rare occasion that an American is kidnapped and held overseas, an FBI led network of experienced investigators, negotiators, and foreign liaisons are in place to assist. Um, let's see here. Uh, let's see here. Let's see here. Uh, The FBI was given jurisdiction under the Lindbergh Law in 1932 to immediately investigate any reported mysterious disappearance or kidnapping involving a child of tender age of usually 12 or younger. Any case that a child is 12 or younger, they generally always get involved. Um, However, the FBI goes one step further. Any child missing under the age of 18, the FBI can become involved as assisting the agency to the local law police department. Um, ooh, I need to listen to that. I might play that later. That would be a good podcast. Um, there doesn't have to be any ransom or anything about that. So, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was very, very interesting as well. All right, moving moving forward. There's some things we're going to talk about. I want to get a few things out of the way first. Make sure I got this. I got to keep the chat. Thank you again, my dear. Okay, so I want to show you guys a few things here before we get on with our video and all of that. But this is very important as well. Police, just because police say there are no suspects in a case, can police say there is no suspects in a case publicly, but really have suspects privately? What do y'all think? Do you think police can say, we don't have any, suspects right now, but privately they have suspects? What is your thoughts on that? Because in Sebastian's case, they say we have no named suspects. And this is coming from a dispatch right there. Absolutely, Justin. Yes. BK is a good example. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, if you're not a suspect, why do you have a criminal defense attorney, allegedly? Moving on. Yes, the answer is yes. Police can publicly state that there are no suspects in a case while privately having suspects under investigation. This is a common investigative strategy that serves several purposes. And we're going to go through a few of those purposes. It can be, yeah. It is. It's semantics, but it's also a part of their strategy, right? And no name suspects can be, we don't want to name any suspects publicly, right? Real world examples in high profile cases, police often state they have no suspects or are, quote, following all leads. We've heard that, haven't we? I think we've heard that for sure. Even when they are actively investigating specific individuals. For example, in some missing persons or homicide cases, police have deliberately downplayed having suspects to avoid, quote, jeopardizing the case. We've heard that before as well, right? In short, while it might seem misleading to the public, this approach is often a calculated and lawful tactic to ensure the investigation proceeds effectively and fairly, right? They don't want to, name suspects, off without having everything right there in front of them that they need. So it's an investigative. All right. Number one, protecting the integrity of the investigation. Police may withhold the fact that they have suspects to prevent tipping those individuals off. This allows law enforcement to gather more evidence without interference or risk of the suspect fleeing. Number 2, avoiding false assumptions or public backlash. Publicly naming someone as a suspect can damage their reputation, even if they are later cleared of involvement. By stating there are, quote, no suspects, end quote, police avoid prematurely labeling individuals, right? They don't want to, if they would say, uh, particularly law enforcement would say, uh, outright such and such person is a suspect, and they didn't have everything that they needed in front of them, uh well, and later on they say, well, sorry, they weren't suspects, and they would get that public backlash. uh that could be, not too good for them. uh this one is a very interesting one, in my opinion. Number 3, encouraging cooperation. Encouraging cooperation, right? If the public believes there are no suspects, potential witnesses may feel more compelled to come forward with information. This could lead to critical tips that might not emerge if people assume the case is already close to being solved, right? Um, they always want information, even if they have, of course, opinionated, absolutely, 1,000%. Uh, they don't want, which one was that one? Yeah, they always want the tips, always. Um, strategic interviewing. By not revealing that someone is a suspect, police can question them or others associated with the case without raising suspicion or promoting defensive behavior, right? They want they want the person to feel like they're not onto them, want them to feel comfortable so they're not defensive, right? So there's that, right? Yes, relax and speak. Um, it's part of the strategy, to say the very least. Complying with legal and ethical guidelines. In some jurisdictions, law enforcement agencies are cautious about publicly identifying suspects due to legal restrictions, including defamation laws, privacy rights, or presumption of innocence. I have told you guys this a lot. TBI in Tennessee in general rarely ever name a suspect. Rarely I ever name a suspect in a specifically a missing persons case. Well, then, opinionated, this is what you can do. Email him yourself. You'll get the same answer, I assure you. Do it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Do it yourself. That's what I recommend you to do. You should do your own research as well. If you don't believe me, c'est la vie. That's fine. Email him yourself. He will give you the same answer. There we go. Moving on. Edgar thinks they aren't looking. Well, yeah, exactly, girl mom. So, a real world example, right? The disappearance of Anisha Duffy Mur- Mur- Murnane. I think I'm saying that right. She was from Homer, Alaska. In October of 2019, initially, authorities did not publicly identify any suspects. However, in May 2022, a former uh, a former Homer resident was arrested in Utah and charged with her kidnapping and unaliving. This arrest indicate that law enforcement had been developing leads and considering suspects privately before making an arrest. They never said anyone uh, was a suspect privately. They always had suspects. Privately, they always did. Right? Bo, there you are, darling. Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. I see the B to the O. Sometimes when I'm in a chat room with Bo, I only see O. I don't see the B. It just says O. It's so weird. I don't know why YouTube does that. So it's a kind of a little joke between us. Ruru says there was a case where a husband was involved and law enforcement and the woman's parents all knew, but they did not let on. Can't remember the name. There are a lot, right? There's a lot of cases out there that, you know, Alex Murdaugh's a prime example. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that it for that? Okay. That's it for that. Okay. All right. Moving on. What do I want to show y'all this. Someone sent this to me earlier. Again, I have not been able to verify this, but it's interesting. This person's tweet, if you will. Again, I'm not saying this is a fact. This is not my research. But so don't take it as fact, but I wanted to share it with you. Jill Lewis says, so a birdie told me today that during the 17-hour trip that Mr. Bauer Sox and co. took to retrieve the camper, allegedly, that's also when Terry B bought the new one of the Topher and Katie P. It's alleged that the used one was taken straight to Alaska and not searched and was sold soon after, if not during the trip. Does anyone have confirmation on this? Do we have proof that the old camper made it back to Edgar's residence at all? Anyone knows how long it was that the Bauer Foots before it was taken to Alaska, long enough at either residence to be searched? Now, I don't know if any camper was switched out because the two pictures that I have seen, I think that, in my opinion, the person who took the picture of the other camper was taking it when Edgar and KK weren't there, and the camper beside of them looked very similar. There's a lot of camper fifth wheelers or whatever the hell they're called are very similar looking, and they are indeed different. But what I still have not been able to find, and I think I have every interview that I can remember, and the only thing I can think is that either someone's deleted an interview, uh, or I'm missing it. It might be in Terry Lynn's, and I just need to listen to that whole thing straight through, which I have not done. Where Edgar says he had to go get the camper or the fifth wheel ready for his mom and clean it out. Still cannot find. I'm thinking it's been deleted. Someone, because I can't find it. The only thing I can find or the think is Terry Lynn's interview. It maybe I heard it there, but I haven't listened to the whole thing. So we have all racked our brain. So, there's that. There's my little Lakeside. Thank you, Lakeside, for 5 months. That went fast. Justice for Sebastian. Love you. Love you too, Lakeside. Really do appreciate you for your support. Really does mean a lot. Thank you for being a member and a mod here, my dear friend. And there's another sweetheart, Ginger. For 5 months. Look, Lakeside. We are twins. Love you, Justin and Pearls. Love you too, beautiful, sweet Ginger. And thank you so much for 5 months and being a mod here as well. I have. It's a little bit more difficult on Terry Lynn's interview, because like it's a copy of a copy, and I don't know if it's got the transcript on it or whatever, but I just might need to. It may be Casey. I feel like we're missing something. I heard it with my own ears. I heard it with my own 2 ears. So, when Edgar said, talking about how long he was down there, right? He says, we were down there, I don't know what, we were down there probably, uh, you know, 17 hours or something like that. And he kept saying we, and then he kept saying, we did this, we did that. And he said, not we, KK didn't go with me. Right then and there, I knew in that someone went with him. And that is when I dug and dug and dug and dug. And that's when I now know that evening there was 2 individuals with him that evening. Because you do not mix up we and I when you are speaking. You don't do it. And that's why him saying we would have seen Sebastian, we would have heard Sebastian, your brain tells on you, right? You're not thinking about the we's and the I's. You're thinking about the main point you're trying to get across. Finally, it really is the little details that change everything. I don't think so, Forrest. I don't think so. Um, but you have Edgar saying, we would have seen Sebastian, we would have heard Sebastian had he went out this, had he done this. Um, and then you also have him not wanting to say where he was on Sunday. Does anyone remember him saying, everyone is talking about me being gone so long, but I had to sleep? So, Gigi, what I do remember about that is him saying that people asked why I was down there uh, so long, and he said, I've got CDLs, and I don't want to be a danger to the road or whatever, right? It's 3.5 hours down there. It's 3.5 hours back. That's a 7-hour drive. It doesn't take generously more than an hour to pack up everything. I've done it myself. That's being generous. And that is a normal day. It's a normal day. Why? And it has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. But I think I think it's a good excuse to say, I don't want to, represent, me getting tired and uh, hurting my CDLs or whatever. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, 7 hours, is a day. Just a normal day. So there's that. Thank you, Princess Jasmine. I really do appreciate you. This is crazy and so heartbreaking. Where is Sebastian Wayne? Drake Rogers, bring him home to Seth. From Princess Jasmine. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. I can't. Is that a Weimanheimer with a hat on, or is it a standard poodle? I can't tell. It's beautiful, though. I may, it could be a greyhound too, but it's either a Weimanheimer. I can say that wrong, or a poodle, a standard poodle, or could be like a gray, maybe a Doberman. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Um, no, you don't need a CDL uh, with a fifth wheel or anything like that at all. My question is, was he avoiding the law enforcement sweep of their house, or was he doing something more nefarious, allegedly? Well, it's a good question. Um a, it's a fair question as well. Uh uh AKC standard party poodle. There we go, Princess Jasmine. I love standard poodles. Um so I don't know, but and like girl mom said, it could be both, but this is the thing, right? How do I say it? Nobody goes home and stays a full day. And, he gets home Monday afternoon. He's home Tuesday, full day, and he leaves Wednesday. Nobody does that and goes and gets a fifth wheel and spends the night. It's something, I mean, you're leaving your wife and your child, you say, walked out, even though this is a criminal investigation now. Also mentioning that you pay for your rent days, or sorry, months, a month to 3 months, or what, however long his job is going to be there, 3 months at a time, right? Why? Why? And we also know that, while they were doing the interview with Nancy Grace, you could hear uh, someone in the background clearing their throat quite a bit. Also, you could see Edgar looking at that person or persons. So there's that. RV would have been the last thing on my mind. Of course. Of course. You wouldn't give a damn about it. You wouldn't give a damn about it. And I'm telling you, you paid for months in advance. No, it doesn't sit well with me, in my opinion. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Josie. Did the two that went with CP come back with him? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I would like to know, I'm working on things. Was there another vehicle that was taken down? I don't know at this point. I don't know. But, just have to see. I know law enforcement knows. For sure. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Thank you, Josie. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for being a member. Thank you, Holly, for your super sticker, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And thank you for being a member and a mod, my dear little cutesies. Let's see here. I also remember him saying that Sebastian would never be found. Why would he say that so confidently? I don't remember him saying that Sebastian would never be found, like directly saying it like that. But I remember him talking about, we may never get our answers. I remember him saying that, but I don't remember him saying it like that. Now, I may have missed something. I may not be remembering something. I think you might be right on that, Lady for Justice. He did. Now he did say the best thing, 1,000%. Let me play something like that. By the way, he said law enforcement said this case would be studied for years to come. In a sense of him bragging that Sebastian, yes. Now that he did, right? He said that, somehow this 15-year-old boy has managed to slip by every camera, law enforcement, something to that effect. And that's when he said the best thing about it, which we're going to go into here. Mods, if you can please drop our friend Shay's safe place. And then we're going to get into our main part of the live. Open doors. Open sesame, right? Do me a favor, Pearls. Hit that thumbs up so we can have a chicken party. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. All right. Credit goes to our friend, Shay's Safe Place. And I put the damn link right there instead of putting it in chat. Pardon me. Let me fix that. Okay. There we go. Link is provided in the description for the replay crew. Thank you, Princess Jasmine. A very sassy and pregnant poodle. Oh my, I know. You sent me the x-rays. I need to look at how many I think she's got in there. Oh, you're welcome, Tara. Justin, I love my channel intro song. I love you so much. I made her some songs last night and sent them to her. I was like, give me your email. Hurry up. I'm going to bed. I was so tired. I had to be up early this morning. What's the name of the expert with that Peter Hyatt? Is that who you mean? He has a lot to say about parents who talk about open doors. Well, there is something very interesting that another creator, also Peter Hyatt, but another creator spoke about open doors. And again, you guys know I'm always going to be straight with you. Peter Hyatt's amazing. Yes, he absolutely is. You know, I'm not here to convince you either way, whether you believe the audio or don't, or somewhere in the middle. I will tell you my opinion on it. I do believe the audio, but also what I'm going to show you today, and some information that I've received, that we'll get into the door thing, but in the audio, it talks about the doors. We'll get into it here in just a little bit. But like I've always said, I will never tell you something is 100% whenever the person that I believe who it came from will not speak.
Now, mind you, it was said that there were only, what, 2 exterior
Listen to this.
internet sources that came in and out of the area that night? Mm-hmm. And isn't it funny how one person said one of them was his?
Yeah, that'd be a little, for sure.
Oh, it got quiet real quick on that one.
I answered. I don't think I understand what you're. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying. That's why I'm quiet. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Well, you know, not everybody can comprehend geofencing and Google and cartoons and all that stuff, but and then not everyone understands the when they're being lied to as well. But we're going to go on with it. Got a short little video for you today. Hopefully do a live stream this evening or tomorrow.
I don't think you said the best thing, but you said something about Sebastian disappearing. He left include. What did you mean by that?
No, I didn't say the best thing about Sebastian disappearing.
Okay.
The best part about it, the best part about it, the best part about it, the best part about it is he has managed to do this without any evidence left behind whatsoever. All the crap is just a simple, we have a 15-year-old autistic child that is missing. And unfortunately, the best part about it is he has managed to do this without any evidence left behind whatsoever. 15-year-old autistic child that is missing.
Did you hear that?
The best part about it.
The best part about it, which Edgar said he didn't say on his last Triggered live stream. Pink Warrior, thank you so very much, my dear. 8 months long. Really do appreciate you. Love you, Jackson, Baby Remy, and the Pearl family. Love our support here. Praying we find Sebastian in 2025. Thank you so much, Pink Warrior, for 8 continuous months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Can't do it without you. And thank you so much for being a part of this amazing community. The best part about it. Yep. That is what he said. It's amazing to me how there are people who, say that, that they believe, Edgar, and yet they believe what Edgar says, and yet Edgar has never put out anything that he was anywhere. In fact, he says the absolute opposite, right? But they don't believe a man who was literally locked in a jail, who showed his time card. That's amazing to me. Just amazing.
If he has managed to do this without any evidence left behind whatsoever.
Oh my, Mr. Crystal Clear, caught in another lie again.
Protecting Sebastian's name, I'm going to do that. If that means calling out bullshit when I see it, I'm going to do that as well. But none of this to be done
Yes,
out
that
of
he was.
anger or out of spite or out of some type of malice intent. It's because without transparency, it makes it so much.
You're right. You're right, girl mom. I believe he's a smooth talker, charmer to some. How he managed 5 wives. Yes, because, I think he's that, kind of, I think that he is potentially, like what is it, the snake at the, the Garden of Eden kind of thing. You could be, Mike, but I don't know. But I do know that Edgar is going under another name. I do know that right now. I don't know about you, but I do know Edgar is going under another name right now. Saw him last night. Mom first, always. Thank you so much for 7 months. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Justin in chat. Pray Sebastian is down soon. Me too. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for 7 continuous months. Really do appreciate you. Oh yeah, he was in someone's chat last night. Sure was.
But I think that ultimately, at the end of the day, all of this bullshit of this happened, that happened, this didn't happen, this did happen, it's not getting us anywhere. One of the things that was said My Chris was, instead of ask this, that, and the other, asked about things Sebastian liked. Respectfully, I understand that that's a conversation that brings respect to Sebastian. However,
I agree.
I think that those things specifically would help find Sebastian. And I'm curious, Chris, if there's something that we should know about Sebastian that may actually help us to identify him if we saw him. Meaning that it's been 10 months. We know the young man was going through puberty. We know that he had started to get a little facial hair. Are there some things that we can look at physically that may not appear the same as the day he went missing?
Right. Look, is there a cowlick in his hair? Does he have a birthmark somewhere? Is his hair blonde in the summer but brown in the winter? Give us something like that. Yeah, he does have his. He's got this gnarly cowlick when he gets his hair cut and stuff like that.
To be fair, I don't even know if the creator knows that it's Edgar.
And we always have to make sure we either get that one trimmed or we have to leave it laid long. I mean, it ends up pretty gnarly if you don't put product or stuff in his hair. He got some freckles on his neck, very predominant freckles.
There we go. Thank you.
Hold on. What was that?
Blonde in the summer but brown in the winter. Give it there.
Was to him that we saw him, meaning that it's been 10 months. We know the young man was going through puberty. We know that he had started to get a little facial hair. Are there some things that we can look at physically that may not appear the same as the day he went missing?
Right. Look, is there a cowlick?
Mike, are you the guy that used to come in and email me all the time?
In his hair, does he have a birthmark somewhere? Is
Are
his
you
hair
that
blonde
Mike?
in the summer but brown in the winter? Give us something like that. Yeah, he does have his. He's got this gnarly cowlick when he gets his hair cut and stuff like that. We always have to make sure we either get that one trimmed or we have to leave it laid long. I mean, it ends up pretty gnarly if you don't put product or stuff in his hair. He got some freckles on his neck, very predominant freckles. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, I was muted. Freckles on the back of his neck, the side of his neck, or all the way around. Protecting Sebastian's name, I'm going to do that. If that means calling out bullshit when I see it, I'm going to.
Chris did struggle a whole lot there to come up with anything unique about Sebastian's appearance. Heavily prompted, he was able to come up with, a cowlick, which really isn't a big help because hair can be easily changed, cut off. You all know the drill with that. You know how it goes. Wanted to let y'all know I'll be doing a live stream either this evening or tomorrow, as long as everything works out. We're still recovering from the...
There's Edgar and his photo shot. Thank you, Shay's Sage Slate. Really do appreciate it. There used to be a Mike who came in all the time. He used to email me. If it's that Mike, then it's definitely not Edgar. Then he's definitely not Edgar. But I know one of them is. I know one of them is. Oh yeah, K-Mac, he watches them all regardless. Smiley's World 5 months ago. It's a short. Butterflies are free to fly. What do you mean, butterflies? I don't understand what you mean, baby. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you, honey. Hope you are well, Miss Bobby. They said CP's mother cell phone connect to KP and CP Wi-Fi that night. She was in the area that night, but not on her car. That people got it confused when they was saying they saw her car. They said Edgar's mother's cell phone connect to KP and CP's Wi-Fi that night. Where did you hear that? Thank you, Justin Smiley. Okay, so I'm assuming. Okay, I got you. I know who you are now, Mike. Gotcha. They said CP's mother's cell phone connect to KP. Where did you hear that? She's in the area that night, but not on her car. People got it confused. Oh my God. Oh my God. We have a late one. Ocean Joy to the office, please. You're being paged. Ocean Joy to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Ocean Joy. With CP, he has us reading between the words. And if anyone that can see the proof, he has gave us shows and tells us the truth. We just have to listen closely. Yeah, I mean, we made it to 1,000 thumbs up, y'all. Never fail. Y'all are amazing. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate that. Now, Justin, you scared me with that face. Sorry. Okay. So, next, we're going to go toward our friend. She's a sweetie, and she's a Pilo. Sweetie Pilo. If you pearls don't stop showing up late. Oh, Lady for Justice, you're a late one too. Shame, shame. Lady for Justice, to the office, please. Lady for Justice, to the office, please. We need a late slip for Lady for Justice. When I'm concentrating, I'm like, I haven't had Botox in a while, so my face really moves. I need to get some Botox. Justin CP said, when he brings the proof, he brings the proof, Justin. Yeah, well, please. Where's Pearl? She's right there sleeping. She's right there sleeping. So, he doesn't want people, don't talk about my truck. And all of that. Well, it's
thing I learned. I made a lot of
you got to do is just show where you're at, and people would, kind of stop talking about it. But you know what? That's not going to happen. But I was talking to Ahmad last night, and it may fit Edgar in the short term while he's doing an interview, saying, I can't talk about dates. Law enforcement has told me not to talk about specific dates. She is beautiful, isn't she? Sweetie Palu is. She certainly is. Here, I'll drop my email. And but law enforcement is there looking at him like, you're saying this, and we have not told you not to say anything. That too, James, yes. He's been advised, but not by Ellie. Perhaps. But he says law enforcement told me not to do this, not to do this, not to take this lie detector test. And law enforcement has to be there just being like, shaking their heads, because we just showed you. that law enforcement directly from Mr. Carter's email that he says we can't tell him what to say or not to say or anything like that. What makes the most sense to you? You know, again, if you're not involved or you're not hiding something, there's no reason why you can't say where the hell you were. It's that simple. Really that simple. Moving on. We're going to start it right here. I think it's right here. Credit goes to our friend Sweetie Pilo. Link will be provided in the description for our replay crew. Make sure you go over
Just
there.
saying, that's a very low reward.
Make sure you go over there and sub up to Sweetie Pilo. She said, do you know what part it is, Girl Mom, in this interview? Where it starts off at? I agree. I agree with that, Jenna Dunn. And that's why I don't think he's ever going to provide it. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So let me see here. This is very important because she got a very good interview here. This is when, thank you for subbing up, Donna, to Sweetie. Really appreciate you. This interview was in March, right? Very, very soon after Sebastian went missing. This is when neighbors were talking, right? They had no idea. None of us really did that this was going to be something that is going to last this long. They had no idea that this was criminal per se at this time. It's, this is their neighborhood. Nothing like this normally happens in the neighborhood. Welp. Justin, your mic went weird. My microphone or the mic in here in the chat? I don't know what you mean. Because you spelled it M-I-K-E, so I don't know which one you mean, my dear. Anywho. No, Princess, we're not going to know anything about a grand jury or anything like that. They have 90 days. Every month, they have a grand jury. They have 90 days to make that decision. But this will come to a resolution. It will. It will. You're welcome to feel that opinionated. Shows the field area from day one. Yeah, the 27th, they were not the heavy machinery was not working on the 27th. Thank you, Victoria, for subbing up to Sweetie.
Can tell you is I talked to several different individuals. I'm going to go over what they said. Okay. So there are no street lights on that street, or I guess on any of those streets around there in the middle of the night because of I guess there's no HOA. So it's completely pitch black in that neighborhood, which makes it incredibly hard for a camera to capture, what's even going on. I'm sure the TVI and stuff has had to really adjust the lighting to try to get any image whatsoever because it's just so dark. What I was told is every single thing that Katie has said, as of now, Katie is the mother of Sebastian, that every single thing she has said at this point checks out exactly to what she could see surveillance-wise. So what she observed when she went back through her footage was at 5:12, the trash came. Okay, that would have been on Monday morning. At about 6:20, mom comes out. It could have even been 6:30. It was sometime in that window. Mom comes out. She sees neighbors. There's multiple neighbors outside at that point, and she starts saying, I can't find Sebastian anywhere. I can't find him anywhere. Now, I don't think she's much said that part of the story, that she actually came outside of her home and she was frantic, I guess, looking high and low for her son. Then she got into her vehicle, went over, I think, what was the school, potentially. That's what it's believed anyway. She was only gone for about maybe, let's say, 10 minutes at most, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most.
Gone 5 to 10 minutes at most. So she searched through, she says she searched the neighborhood first. Remember that? And then she goes to the school. And she was gone 5 to 10 minutes at most. Thank you, Blue Eyes. That's not enough time, in my opinion. Did you get out of your car to look around the school, see if there was any janitors there, employees there? They was not going to have to pay child support. No. I agree, Lakeside.
Came back.
Listen to this. This is very
And
important.
From there, it's odd to me. I think it was, what was it? The TB. Hold on, let me double check before I say. I think it was the TBI, or we'll just say law enforcement. Law enforcement was not actually called until am I correct in saying at 11? Let me double check. I don't want to say it wrong here, but I think it was 11 o'clock.
It could be from KK, Crafts and Crime. It absolutely could be. It's very possible. There has been a long alleged that KK and Edgar were having a serious fight that night. But who knows?
And at this point, you got to remember, this is 6:30 in the morning. Then the biological dad, Seth Rogers, he gets a message from, I think it was Katie, at about 7:20 saying, 911, can't find Sebastian, something like that. I'm pretty sure Chris, so the stepdad of Sebastian, he ends up coming back into town. Again, he was in Memphis working on this project. He comes back in at, I think, of around 1 p.m. All right. So what I know is, so a lot of people are speculating that maybe he vanished before the point that we know of, Monday morning, right? That's not actually possible at this point. Let me tell you why. Because he was seen on camera Friday afternoon at about 3 p.m., which would have been right after school got out. He checked the mail, went back into the house. Then he's seen on Saturday around.
There's very little doubt at this point, in my opinion, that Sebastian made it home. The child made it home. He made it home. The text message was from CP and it said 911 comment. Yeah.
I want to say it was 6 something. It could have been after they got back from their dinner, because I guess they went. Wait, was that on Saturday? You know what? No, it was on Saturday evening, but I can't say it was around a dinner time. But it was Saturday evening. He's observed skipping and hopping along, checks the mail, goes back in to the garage, and then goes probably back into the house. Then on Sunday, so Sunday being the day before he disappears, he is observed taking the trash out pretty late at night. You know, I can't remember if it was like 6 or 7, but it was somewhat late.
You know, Mohawk, I looked on the Sumner County calendar, and it doesn't say. It says that the school was in session Friday.
Late at night. I guess if you don't get your trash out early, you're not gonna you're gonna miss the opportunity. So the trash guy comes at so early, and on that day he came at 5:12 a.m. What I understand, the only lights that were on were the garage lights. When Katie says that she put him to bed at 9 o'clock, the lights went out at exactly 9:08 p.m.
The lights went out at 9:08 p.m. Okay. 9:08 p.m.
At about 11:45, her light goes out.
Listen.
Katie's light. So the mother's. There is no, you know how she says that she hears like a shuffle or something around 10. There's no absolute proof of that happening as far as lights or anything go. So we don't know about that. But Chris.
Hold on.
8 p.m. Then at about 11:45, her light goes out. Katie's light. So the mother's. There is no, you know how she says that she hears like a shuffle or something around 10. There's no absolute proof of that happening as far as lights or anything go. So we don't know about that. But Chris, this person told me Chris was not seen the entire month of February. People observed Chris when he did come home that day, and the embrace that they had was really it was powerful.
I believe Chris's vehicle was not seen at that home the entire month of February. I do not believe Edgar was not at that home the entire month of February. In fact, Nancy Grace, he says he was, but he just can't give those dates. Can't give specific dates. So there's that. So, which leads me to believe if he was home, but the neighbors never saw anything. I mean, it's not like they were probably really paying attention, knowing what was going to happen later. But if he was never seen, if his vehicle was never seen, I think he dropped his vehicle off at a place, either walked there or was picked up.
It was the look of grief. It was the look of being scared. Now, let me tell you, not all this information I'm going to be giving you is good and sunshine and rainbows. Like, some of it is not good. This was the better of what I heard. Okay. But I want to tell you everything. That way you can kind of get an idea and make up your own mind, for what you think happened. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of us are really stumped. One moment I'm like, this is so obvious. We know who did this. A kid doesn't just disappear. But then in the next moment, it's like, well, what happened? Like, this is bizarre. And to answer Holly's question, hey, Holly, did he have his glasses? Yes, supposedly his glasses and his flashlight are among the things that are missing. Supposedly. Okay, so I want to tell you this next thing that happened. Just a second. All right, so for about a week to follow his disappearance, Katie had his hat, his shoes, and a blanket on the front porch. And one morning she was observed coming out the door, leaning over the railing and screeching Sebastian's name and crying and like screaming like crazy, like, Sebastian! Like,
let me say something here. First of all, I think it's to put out a blanket and stuff on a porch. Come on. He could open the door or knock. I mean, hello, if he is able to get to the home, knock on the door, right? Or look out your window or something. I mean, if he's able to make it to the home. So to me, that is 1,000% for show, just in my opinion. But do I believe KK misses Sebastian? 1,000%. 1,000%. I believe she misses Sebastian. That's not even a question for me. But just because you miss someone doesn't mean something horrible didn't take place. Both things, many times, are both true at the same time.
A mother would act. Law enforcement came to each of the neighbors' homes, searched their entire home, their attic, their drain pipes. There was multiple dogs. Law enforcement on horseback for 7 straight days. Law enforcement was in and out of the Proudfoot home for probably the first couple weeks. It's so confusing. Like, this is crazy. That's all I can say. Their backyard is fenced with about a 4-foot tall plus, fence that would be difficult to get over. I asked if law enforcement had come into Chris and Katie's home and done like a full forensics investigation, like with luminol and all that. And I was told that they've taken photos, and you probably heard this part because I think it has been said elsewhere. They've taken photos all around the home, like every square inch.
Oh, listen, girl mom says, and I will stand on this. There is holes in this story, 1,000 freaking %. And if you love your child more, he wouldn't be missing for a limb. Well, I mean, this is the thing. You would be actively searching. You would be actively doing everything you can. Brandy Neal has not stopped in nearly 4 years. She is life-threatening ill right now. Like, really, really, really sick. And she won't stop. Yes, dirt bike. That's what he told
don't
someone
think
privately.
that they've done the whole luminol thing yet. They were in the attic. They took photos of every square inch of the home, exterior, etc. And then I said, you know, people.
The Secret Service actually has a division just for children, but they do assist in criminal investigations many times. For instance, they for warrants, specific warrants and stuff, they can get them quicker than anyone else, even quicker than the FBI. They do a lot of they use the technology that they have available to them to track technology and all that. They clone phones, track all that.
People are uneasy with the changing story of Katie and how she heard rummaging at 10-ish, p.m. And I was told that that is the exact same story that was said day one.
Exactly. Wannabe sleuth. And imagine how Brandy would be if there was a chance. She wants her son just back, right?
Square inch of the home, exterior, etc. And then I said, people are uneasy with the changing story of Katie and how she heard rummaging at 10-ish, p.m. And I was told that that is the exact same story that was said day one. So if mom is BSing here, she has stayed extremely consistent with her story.
I disagree slightly with this as well. There's things that the investigator said in the beginning, like they were talking about rummaging. I think the most of us would be doing the same thing as Brandy. And of course, I forgot what I was going to say.
Which is interesting. One detail that she hasn't mentioned, though, was, like I was saying, the point where she does run outside, where she does get in her vehicle and she runs, goes and explores the neighborhood to see if she can find him. So it's like, what happened? This is crazy. But I want to tell you, what was observed was the living room light on, the garage light on. There was a door that was open.
There we go. There was a door that was open. There was a door that was open. Listen to this. It's very important.
Was the living room light on, the garage light on. There was a door that was open. And I think it was open for a long period of time.
What did the audio says? I think it said front door. Front door. Remember that in the audio? Now, whether you believe the audio or not, that's up to you. I'm not here to convince anybody. But a door.
Could that have been the entrance for... Now, I'm just going to be hypothetical here, okay? For somebody to come in, if this was some sort of a staged, manufactured, whatever, who knows? I want to tell you, Sebastian was born with fluid that surrounds his brain. It's on the I think it's the right side, bilateral side of his brain. With any impact of significance, it would end his life. Okay. It's a very, very sensitive issue, his head, as far as any, situation goes where he's in a physical, whether it's like a physical altercation or something, it could easily end his life. So that's one thing that really stood out to me, that, let's just say if a parent got really pissed and they reacted out of anger.
This is why Nancy Grace asked about the doors so thoroughly. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Those doors.
That he's very much on the brink of not being here. If somebody got angry enough to do something. All right. So they have a PIN code lock on the front door and garage.
Well, on Smiley's interview, she said, what made you think he went out the front door? Right. And then he said, well, more or less that he couldn't have went out any other door. Right. The neighbors, it would have been seen on camera. That's what he said. If someone walked up to it. Well, if someone walked up to it, if someone walked out of it, they would have been seen as well. So which door was it? Which door was it? Yep. And the audio, the camera is, where the audio, in my opinion, is picking it up, is close to their house, but you can hear. You can definitely hear. Hey, Pincho, can you do anything with those flashlights? Can you please? They have 2 doors to the front door. What do you mean 2 doors? Thank you, Cajun. Let's remember what they talked about when doors are involved. That's all I'm going to say. I don't understand what you mean. Oh, like a storm door and a main door. Yes, that is true. Yes. Yes, law enforcement has the audio, and we have had return calls about the audio, and then months later we've had more calls about that audio. Spirit Seeker, can you send it to me, my dear?
Garage door. There is one door that doesn't have either a PIN code lock or anything, for obvious reasons. I'm not I do know which door that is.
Oh, what didn't? Yeah, and she said there's a couch in front of a door. But what was the question to that? Let me see if I can pull that up. That's amazing, Josh. Thank you.
Is, but I'm not going to say here because,
Hold on.
it is what it is. All right. So they have a PIN code lock on the front door and garage door. There is one door that doesn't have either a PIN code lock or anything for obvious reasons. I'm not. I do know which door that is, but I'm not going to say here because it is what it is. Supposedly, a smell, the scent of Sebastian ends at a construction site and then into that retention pond area. I asked if maybe is it possible that he could have gone out a window, and I was told that when this person was in the home, all screens were on the windows. There was one window that used to be easily opened, but since the new, owners came in, Katie and Chris, it's not so much anymore, and it's now blocked off from being utilized. So screens are covering both the bottom and the top windows. Because that was my first instinct. Well, did he go out a window? What's the deal here?
Well, I mean, like I said, in my opinion, it does really matter about the doors, right? Because the front door is the door he always used, right? The garage doors are very loud, number one. Number two, you had to have the little fob or whatever. And it would have lit up like a Christmas tree on the side of the house when it opened, because those lights were on. The man door beside of it, he would have had to have a key to that. In the back door, he would have had to have a key. But going from I'll show it in just a second. Hold on, let me play this and I'll pull it up.
It's very confusing. Sebastian's bedroom is not on the back of the house. It's actually on the front of the home. So if he were to dip out, he could walk right through that front door, but there would have been a record of it. And who knows, maybe that record, exists and law enforcement has it, I'm sure, right? From what I understand, people who have come into contact with Sebastian, they say he's very kind, very well-mannered, helpful kid. Maybe a touch of awkwardness, just like, most any other kid, really, especially if they have like a...
All right, let me show you this real quick. Take this down. 1 second. So from what I understand, so as we know, Pincho did an amazing video rather, about these lights, right? And the vehicle being here, and this light is, from this house. Right. From what I understand, these flashlights, right, when the leaves are off that time of year, I mean, KKs and all, you can't see anything past their home, right? But nobody has talked about this. I haven't talked about it either, but this is from what I understand. There is lights. These people are coming to the home, right? Coming to the home. And from what I understand, there's no lights, like whatever those, which, what I believe what those people are doing. but they're not seen walking up through here anywhere, right? They're not seen walking, up through here anywhere, right? So that the person that pulled over here and walked obviously goes with, and someone comes out with this person or with this individual that walked up to it. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So if, they park right here and one person, there's only a couple houses right here, right? And we see the direction they're coming. From what I understand from any of the other cameras, you don't see anybody walking with flashlights over in here anywhere. So, in my opinion, they went to the back door. The back door. Right? They weren't going anywhere else. On a normal night when creeping around at 2 to 3 a.m. is weird, when a kid goes missing on the same night, I'd say that's not a coincidence. Yeah. Winter trees without leaves. Yes, there are. What if I told you BK had police car insurance in Idaho? I don't know what you're getting at. Not only that, right? They went to the neighborhood with the least surveillance through the dark. Yeah. Well, I mean, it just shows you that whatever the individual did, didn't walk allegedly around front, right? You would have seen him, right? We know that they didn't go to this house right here, right? We know it wasn't the White House behind them. They weren't going in that direction. We know it wasn't the house behind here with the gazebo. Huh. Ding, ding, ding. The one that the child goes missing from. Oh, I don't think, he really couldn't have gone out any door. Right? I think that's very important that nobody has even, asked the question. But now we know that nothing. There was those flashlights were not seen walking in any of this area, just straight over here. Kind of interesting, huh?
If they're on the spectrum, there's a possibility that could be the case, right? I asked if there's any new people in the neighborhood. No, nothing of note. There's actually a sheriff that lives right close to there. So it's even extra secure in that regard. Does mom park in garage regularly? I asked. Yes, always. Mom always parks in the garage. Chris has a big truck. It doesn't fit in the garage. His RV was with him the whole time. So Chris, he was gone. He was out of this equation. Again, I say, with a very well orchestrated, planned.
DC, the Uber was on it was on Kellen.
Collaborated effort. I feel like people can pull off almost anything, right?
Uber is absolutely unrelated.
Why would
Uber is 1,000% unrelated. They have, I mean, someone was, a passenger was literally in the car, and Uber tracks everywhere you go. Right? It follows,
Would they?
When you're,
I found out today, by the way,
when you're Uber,
that
you can track
the
your driver.
bio dad has life insurance on Sebastian. I thought that was a little. I mean, not that that's. Yeah, some people have life insurance on their kids.
It's not life insurance. It's a Gerber Grow Up plan.
But that just struck me as just a little bit odd. Just something to note. Okay, I'm just giving you the facts I know. So I asked, do you think TBI is eyeing mom? And as of now, not according to this person. I'm just reading.
Hopefully we're going to get an answer to that, Kelsey. Hopefully we're going to get an answer to that. But to me, that there can only be 2 or 3 options to that. One, they are taking the mother's account. Yeah, the Uber was taking a young lady to the airport. They're doing the mother's account. Which video? Did you just send me something? Okay. Our dear Spirit Seeker did a video here. Guys, please drop Spirit Seeker's
or whenever
link. Make sure you're subbed up to Spirit Seeker. She is amazing.
we never know 100% obviously, but we presume based off of process of elimination, going over it with law enforcement, going over the house, where things are, how things are, Sebastian's routine, and the fact that that's the door that he always uses or prefers to use, because I won't say 100% of the time he does come in with me through another door, but that's the door Sebastian prominently uses. That's the one that if he were going to sneak out of the house or leave the house for whatever reason, that's the most reasonable door that he would have left out of. Any of the others would have made noise or not been,
or would not have been locked.
Mm-hmm.
So the back door would not lock
from the outside like the front. No, you'd have to have the key. That he left out the front door. We never know 100% obviously, but we presume based off of process of elimination, going over it with law enforcement, going over the house, where things are, how things are, Sebastian's routine, and the fact that that's the door that he always uses or prefers to use, because I won't say 100% of the time he does come in with me through another door, but that's the door Sebastian prominently uses. That's the one that if he were going to sneak out of the house or leave the house for whatever reason, that's the most reasonable door that he would have left out of. Any of the other.
I got a dress that'll show a little but you ain't getting
1 second. God, I hope I didn't lose my thing there. Sorry. All right. Second part. Just trying to make sound so it wouldn't screw up my thing.
so that the back door would not lock
from the outside like the front. No, you'd have to have the key.
So I'm not going to describe every door lock in our house.
No, I understand that.
That's a safety thing.
Yeah,
but,
I understand that.
Yeah. God forbid you've got, you say the brand of, your lock. That's a safety feature. Idiot. That's not a safety feature.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but what I can say is there's only 2 doors in the house that he could have gone out where he could have locked
from the
on
outside.
his own from the outside. And the one, he wouldn't have gone out because of how much noise it makes.
Yeah.
Everybody would have.
I have an official answer, guys. I have an official answer. Breaking news. You heard it here first. Okay. We've all wanted to know about last seen. What does that mean? Last seen. Quote, as far as the flyer, not quote, but as far as the flyer, that's a TBI PIO question. But I'll say the last seen date and the quote, when it was reported date may have gotten mixed up in the beginning and just never been changed. That is coming from Mr. Hold on one second. That is coming from Mr. Carter. Again, I will read that again. As far as the flyer, that's a TBI PIO question. But I'll say the quote, last seen date and quote, when it was reported date may have gotten mixed up in the beginning and just never been changed. Hold on one second. We have all had a lot of questions on that. And that's been the thing, right? Because it's been... Okay, I'll show it to you. Thank you. Let me put it into this and I will show you. This has been a long question for a lot of us. As far as the flyer, it's a TBI POI question. But I'll say the quote, last seen date and the quote, when it was reported date may have gotten mixed up in the beginning and just never been changed. Detective Brandon Carter. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tony, for that. Yeah. And to be honest with you, you know, it's yeah, POS, point of interest question. To me, that says that you know, because like I've always said, NamUs.org, government website, it says 10 p.m. TBI says last seen in the area, and people thinks that he was like seen walking somewhere. Oh, so it's PIO. Sorry, I don't know what. That's public information officer, right? Yeah, public information officer. There has been no sighting of Sebastian walking. Right. There's no. Remember, there's no evidence he ever said left the home according to SCSO. Yes, there's been nothing. There's nothing. Did SF say was seen after midnight? I have no idea. Tells me law enforcement knows. Bingo, Brandy. Bingo. Bingo. No scent, not seen on camera. No confirmed sighting. No article of clothing. No footprints. Right. And I mean, it doesn't matter whether he left or, that he was taken out of the home on the, after 10:30 on the 25th or 3 a.m. on the 26th. I mean, to the public, technically, probably not. But, if the question was he seen? Was he ever seen? Law enforcement knows. Absolutely. Fine Summer. Well, I mean, they have stated. Come on, guys. Come on. They have stated this is a criminal case. I don't know what you mean, Judy Jones, by that. Well, I mean, this is criminal, guys. I mean, let's. May have gotten mixed up. But I'll say the last seen date and when it was reported date may have gotten mixed up in the beginning and just never seen. The problem is, all along with this, that there has been 3 different things, right? 3 different things. And the public and even content creators say, oh, that means he was seen in that area. That can be taking the mother's account for that, right? If she, went to bed a little after midnight and she says, she believed he was in the house. However, like I always said, NamUs, a government website. Let me show you. Nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about this. No other creator talks about NamUs. And it's very important because it's a government website. It's the official national for missing. Law enforcement gives the information so it can be put into the database. Right? Sebastian Rogers, date of last contact, February 25th, 2024. Let's go to circumstances of disappearance. Last seen at approximately 10 p.m. on 2/25/24 Central Time at his residence in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Last seen wearing black sweatpants and sweatshirt, possibly left barefoot. Law enforcement gives the information to this data so that they upload it. If law enforcement does not give them this, he will never be in NamUs. See. Yep. There is no right. So, they've been on two different avenues, or really three different avenues. With, the messaging, and I don't know if they're strategically doing that or what. It still doesn't clarify TBI, which, again, it does need clarified. We need clarity on this, right? The public needs clarity on this. Did law enforcement give them that info before they saw the cameras? No, it was after. This was his NamUs case was created April 30th, 2024. And look at the date it was uploaded. Yep, April 30th, 2020. So either, because Sumner County is saying none of that. They're not saying any of that. Right? Last seen in the area or whatever. That's TBI. All right, now I want to show y'all something. Hold on, I need to ask the person 1 second. before I can show this, because I don't think it's ever been showed before, I'm going to show something. The statute of that charge, there is no time frame. I think about Sebastian. Yes. What did Tony say? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, girl mom, I just sent you something. I'm going to play this while I wait for girl mom's answer before I show something. Because I think it's really important. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Consider becoming a member. Greatly appreciate it. If any law enforcement is trying to discredit the flashlight video, they certainly won't clarify last scene. Trust me, they're not gonna. They will never discredit that light video. They'll give a non-answer, but they're not going to. They're never going to discredit that video. Hold on. Okay. I want to play this really quick. There goes the Spirit Seeker.
1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville.
I'm going to show you.
Caller advised that the 15-year-old male is not in the bed. Near white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. Going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Female does have a form of autism.
Caller Edgar. All of this info is from Edgar.
Going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
And that's a very good point. Edgar is the one giving the information, and this is the dispatch saying it.
Is Gorman out?
Central to 47-180, 412. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
Please, what's the name of the child that we're looking for? First name is Ben. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? First name is Ben. The last clothing description was black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve t-shirt with a print.
Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up? One at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get started over. I'll be back in the area momentarily.
29 Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me.
10-4, has anybody been there since the initial? There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. Can you help me look? There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. I just sent you the endangered poster. If you hold on. Can you help me?
Black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve t-shirt with a print.
Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up? One at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get started over. I'll be back in the area momentarily.
29 Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me.
10-4, has anybody been there since the initial? There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. Can you help me look? There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. There's a whole bunch of people here now. 4 in the morning. I just sent you the endangered poster. If you can. 4 in the
morning. What? 4 of them and the mom. Who is the 4th? Seth arrived around 8:30. Kathy said she arrived around 10:30. Edgar arrived around 1 p.m. Who are the four of them?
I just sent you the endangered poster.
Sure.
Sebastian was last seen on February 26, 2024 in the area of Stafford Court, Hendersonville, Tennessee. Sebastian was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. This information was written before 11 a.m. on Monday, February 26, 2024.
Oh. They have never updated that. They have never updated that since 11:12 a.m. I don't think she was. I think she might have been on and off. They never updated that. They have been saying this since before. They need to update that. That's the answer. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Spirit Seeker coming in clutch. There we go. Spirit Seeker coming in clutch. How you doing, girl? How you doing? It has never been updated since early that morning.
Based off of what we've heard here, including the wrong clothing description from Chris Proudfoot.
Mike, if he's over there, how did he get over there? How did he get over there? He didn't walk over there.
I just sent you the endangered poster. If you can put that on our social media, please. I just sent you the endangered poster. If you can put that on our social media, please.
Spirit Seeker, this is an amazing video. I just sent you the endangered poster of him. That poster was made that morning. This is what he didn't walk over there.
We haven't made a process.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Great, thank you.
The Amber Alert remains active, and now nearly 10 months after Sebastian Rogers disappeared, those leading the search effort say no one is giving up.
It's not a cold case. It's an active and ongoing investigation.
Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock has been on the case since Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville home back on February 26th. Since then, hundreds of tips have been investigated, and to date, there still have been no confirmed sightings. Sheriff says investigators meet weekly about the case.
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
EMA Director Ken Widener has headed up search efforts around Sebastian's home and beyond from the very beginning, and it is his team that stands ready to act on any credible lead that comes from the tip line. And to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play. And on that note, District Attorney Ray Whitley tells me he gets updates on the case nearly every week, and he does stand ready to prosecute of comes from the tips.
Police.
Sheriff says investigators, hundreds of tips have been investigated, and to date, there still have been no confirmed.
Right there, yes. Well, it is a crime.
Sightings. There still have been no confirmed sightings. Sheriff says investigators meet weekly about the case.
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
EMA Director Ken Widener has headed up search efforts around Sebastian's home and beyond from the very beginning, and it is his team that stands ready to act on any credible lead that comes from the tip line. And to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play. And to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play. And on that note, District Attorney Ray Whitley tells me he gets updates on the case nearly every week, and he does stand ready to prosecute if it ever comes to that.
Where is Sebastian Rogers? Looky here. You're doing a great job, Spirit Seeker. Right? Here's the original photo. Front door, garage doors. Wasn't seen going out those doors. Wasn't seen on any camera. And definitely no scent anywhere. This is a criminal investigation. Let me see here. So, honey, we're giving some tea tonight. Oh, we are giving some tea. We are giving it. How about that? Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Consider becoming a member. You know you wanna. All right. Let's give Spirit Seeker a round of applause. How you doing?
For doorbell cam and surveillance camera, have you guys been able, since Sunday night, Monday morning, been able to actually put eyes on Sebastian? Has any video actually shown him walking?
We have had several clips that have come in. Several of them we've been able to dispel that's not Sebastian on that clip. We are still working every lead that comes in. So as the video comes in, our detectives, we're working really well alongside the TBI and all of our other law enforcement partners in the region to make sure that we're getting on them just as quickly as possible.
But there hasn't been one video that you guys have had that you said that's...
There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha.
There you have it. There you have it. There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. At all. At all. What did Mr. Mathis say? Where is she? Where is she? Let's find her. Mr. Mathis. Mr. Mathis. Why do I not see Tony? They have mountains of evidence. They are all over this. Mandy girl, you rock. Yes. Sub up to Mandy.
So that's...
There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha.
There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha. Was any...
Just in case there is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera, that last seen in the area was the first thing that they put out. They never updated it. They never updated it. We just showed you, Mandy just showed you the transcripts, the audio of them saying, I've got the flyer right here. I wanted to make sure those way in the back hear what Craddock, the sheriff, said twice. But there is someone that they can't confirm. No, there isn't, Mike. That's misinformation. That's absolutely untrue, sir. They've never said that. They've never said that. Let's go back and listen to this.
Chief, I know you guys had asked for doorbell cam and surveillance camera. Have you guys been able, since Sunday night, Monday morning, been able to actually put eyes on Sebastian?
Have you, Sunday night or Monday morning, have you been able to put actual eyes on Sebastian?
Video actually shown him walking?
We have had several clips that have come in. Several of them we've been able to dispel. That's not Sebastian on that clip.
Several clips come in. They've been able to dispel that it is not Sebastian. So whether some person out there is saying it might be Sebastian, well, it's not. Law enforcement said.
We are still working every lead that comes in. So as the video comes in, our detectives, we're working really well alongside the TBI and all of our other law enforcement partners in the region to make sure that we're getting on them just as quickly as possible.
But there hasn't been one video that you guys have had that you said that's...
There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha. So that's...
There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha.
There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Gotcha.
Was any of the canines able to...
There is not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. If you think law enforcement doesn't have every single bit of footage in that neighborhood, you're sadly mistaken. And I'll tell you another thing. I 1,000% do not believe that anyone has any video that is truthfully pertinent to the case. Because if they did, well, that would be evidence. And let me tell you something. They did not want that flashlight video out there. I did, Mohawk. They did not want that video footage out there of those flashlights.
Pick up on a scent or something that can lead you to maybe a direction where he might have been?
We've done that. We've actually cast the dogs at intersections to see if they take us. And our dogs are scent specific, and we have scent articles from the home, and they have not. We have gotten some tracks away from the home, and we haven't had anything that leads us to Sebastian, obviously. We have gotten some tracks away from the home, and we haven't had anything that leads us to Sebastian, obviously. We have gotten some tracks away from the home, and we haven't had anything that leads us to Sebastian, obviously.
There you go.
Indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play. is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere. Checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom's and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that moving to Memphis interfering at all with your investigation? Is it changing possibly the avenues of communication?
No, sir.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
Checked out every case of a possible sighting, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian. Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian. Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian. Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
I gotta get it together, bro.
Hey, you're gonna get wrecked. Listen, if you
Okay, sorry about that. Hold on one second. Okay. So, who's Mike? Mike is Mike. Some people call him Edgar. Well, I mean, don't believe you know, if you cannot literally take the main people in the investigator's word that he's not been seen at all, then where in the hell are we in the world? I mean, really. Where the hell are we in the world? I mean, just it's literally that simple. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I want to show y'all something else here. Okay. I want to show you this. Tomorrow we're going to cover, my plans are as of now to cover, we're going to look into the Joe Clyde Daniels case, comparing it to how TBI works. How TBI works. And how they are very, very similar. And things that they said in the case versus things that they have said in Sebastian's case. Yes, the lab is next. All right. Anyone want to become a member? Become a member. Appreciate it. This is Joe Clyde Daniels, detectives, Summer Wells, and Sebastian Rogers. Listen to this.
Have you all made any scent, picked up any scent, any clues anywhere? And if so, where is that area?
Yesterday, when we
Nothing,
were
he's
first on
fine.
scene, there were indicators from 2 different canines that was directing us west behind the house.
Mumming
They
it up.
lost that scent, and we checked a small pond in that area that was walked through with our water rescue. It was about waist deep, so they could form a chain and physically walk through it and search it. And then we, even with the help of Tennessee City Fire, were able to pump that pond out and drain it with no indicators or signs there. So we
asked Sheriff Lawson about Wells' claims. Did dogs follow Summer's scent down the trail to the main road?
It's a little low.
Sheriff says yes.
The dogs had a pretty good trail, a track for a little while, but then it disappeared. But they lost scent when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different.
It's really low. I apologize. And by the way, and I've showed this already. You know how KK and Edgar said we were looking around and he might have taken a flashlight. Law enforcement asked them if they were missing a flashlight. That's what it is. Wonder why they were asking if they were missing a flashlight. I don't know, because there was maybe flashlights in the backyard. They wanted to see their reaction, perhaps. Thank you, Spirit Seeker. I owe you, honey. You don't know me. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. If you received that, give our girl a big ass thank you. So nice of you, my dear. You are clutch. You are the cutest little thing that I've ever seen in my life. Don't you suppose KP made sure Sebastian had a keychain so he could see when she had him? I don't know about that. Oh my God, Figment. Thank you. My God. Thank you so very much, my dear. So appreciative of you, your coverage, our mod and chat family. The treacherous pain through these tragedies sometimes make us forget to be gracious, thankful for one another. All of you, and an important part of my day. Oh, you're going to make me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Figment. Thank you so very much, honey. That's very, the comment itself is just amazing. Thank you so very much. You are, let me tell you something. You guys are more important. Like, I know you guys say I'm important, but y'all are the ones important. Like, you guys is what makes this community. So thank you. That's very sweet of you, my dear. Oh, SL, thank you so much for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. It's very sweet of you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. If you receive that, make sure you thank our beloved SL. That is very, very sweet of you. Justin was Seth served with anything? Nope, he's home. He's home. This, oh my God, this stuff that's going around. Why do people even waste their brain cells on it? There is nothing like, why? Why? Listen, I am not interested in, if it is not on the case of Sebastian, I'm not here for it. I'm just not here for it. I'm just not here for it.
Maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
And did a neighbor?
It's possible.
But there hasn't been one video that you guys have had that you said that's.
There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Was any of the canines able to pick up on a scent or something that can lead you to maybe a direction where he might have been?
We've done that. We've actually cast the dogs at intersections to see if they take us. And our dogs are scent specific.
Our dog is scent specific. We have cast, the dogs is what he's saying. It's low.
We have scent articles from the home,
We have sent articles from the home,
and they have not.
and they have not tracked Sebastian.
We have gotten some tracks away from the home, and we haven't had anything that leads us to Sebastian, obviously.
We have nothing that leads us to Sebastian,
You mentioned
obviously.
an older child at the time when he saw him.
How is his family doing?
They're exhausted. They're anguished over everything at this time, but they're holding up well. We're keeping people with them and tending to their needs as well.
We just saw over.
We're going to have an Edgar
We've spoken
party
with
in
her
just a minute.
parents. I can't speak for them. They spoke with you. They're being cooperative. Of course, they're upset. So we can.
They said Don and Candace were cooperative. TBI said Don and Candace were cooperative. They had to go up on the hill and throw Candace, threaten her to get her to go down to speak about her daughter and do a lie detector test while she called a minor in the back seat. Gotcha. Offer that.
Continue to keep them updated and do whatever possible we can to find Summer. And we just ask everyone in the community, especially those of you who have any tidbit of information that you haven't shared, to please come forward. Her family asks that as well.
At this point, have you guys ruled out any indication of foul play?
I won't say that we've ruled out any indication of foul play, but I will say that the family has been nothing but cooperative with us.
We haven't ruled out foul play, but the family has been nothing but cooperative with us. We went over that cooperative stuff earlier, right? They want them to be cooperative. They want to be nice to them. They want to get answers from them. They want them to feel comfortable.
Nothing but cooperative. There's no indication of foul play at the moment.
Okay.
Indication. Of course there's not. We went over that. Why is it?
Have you all?
Okay. So there we have it. There we have it, y'all. Kathy, thank you, darling. We are family. Get up, everybody. And thank you, beautiful Kathy. Hope you are healing well, my friend. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you. We are family. And opinionated. Look at there. Opinionated. Coming in clutch. Look at her. Look at her go. How you doing, opinionated? Good to see you. Thank you, opinionated. Really do appreciate you. Chicken party so I can go to bed, Justin. No, you are not going to bed. No, you're not, ma'am. Welcome, opinionated. You got to go over to Josh's. The lab. Who wants to see Edgar say pervy? Raise your hand.
Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher!
Guys, what's Edgar's favorite animal?
A pet cat.
You get it.
A pet cat. A pet cat. A pet cat. You're coming with me. What? It's a long trip. I'll need a snack.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
Edgar's Sookies to the east, he's Sookies to the west, he's Sookies to the one that he loves the best.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
Ass. Speaking of ass, he's Sookies to the east, he's Sookies to the west, his Sookies in his curls, the ones he loves the best.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
You heard her. Don't give Nancy that look. Oh, nay, nay. Contraire. Yeah, I know you are brash. Are you respectful? I wouldn't go that far.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Guys, what's Edgar's favorite song?
Lord, kumbaya. Someone.
What did the irritated chicken say?
You asked to remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian got in trouble. He got caught lying.
Got.
And I had asked him. I said, "Hey,
We had asked. I'd
gotta
asked.
have a punishment for this."
You asked.
I drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year.
Year.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 2021.
So you're.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think
Look
it's
at those two.
2021. I think.
21? I think it's a 2020. Listen, I do my eyeliner in my truck, and I know the year of it, Edgar. You've been sooky too much.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Too much sooky, you don't know your truck. Too much sooky, you don't give up. I don't know.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian got in trouble. He got caught lying, and we asked.
Clearly debunked the hell out of that.
He was not caught lying. We clearly debunked the hell out of it because he didn't lie, did he, Edgar? He did not lie at all. You said, what was it? He said, no, what was it that he got caught lying about his belt? Where's your belt? I ain't got it. Whack. He didn't lie, Edgar. So
Clearly debunked the hell out of that.
we clearly debunked the hell out of it.
What you fucking da? I don't fucking
I don't
know.
fucking know.
Yaranna yastara. And I don't know.
Okay.
I might have been a bitch to you this year. I just wanted to say that I'm still going to be a bitch to you next year. It's New Year's, not new me. Clean slate, what?
Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. Jen in Georgia, thank you so much. Are you drinking gin in Georgia? You're so cute. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for being a member as well. Kumbaya. He likes, that's what Edgar does. He goes, I really think he's very much Don Wells in that sense. When he goes, he hits a peak really quick, like a rage, and then that's when he's like, we can all peace and love if we would just come together for one another, man. Just starts with that. These creators would be great if they would just not ask me legitimate questions. No. Nope. So sorry. No bueno. Not today, Satin. And in all 3 of those missing children's cases, there was marriage problems. Bingo. Bingo. I think, well, who is the blonde behind Edgar in court? It could have perhaps been me. I have no idea. No idea. Love you all too. Encore. No. We would all come together right now for peace and love, man. Yeah, I've got to get the machete one. He is such a drama. Such a drama. I mean, Edgar does his eyeshadow, I've heard. You know what? And look, girl, no judgment. Edgar, there's no judgment, honey. None. Listen. No judgment. None at all, babe. You do you. You do you. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you all so very much. Marriage problem, that's an understatement. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, my dear. Oh, thank you, Ange. Good to see you, babe. Thank you so much. Justin, I see you. Keep up the great work on these cases. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Smiley. It's very sweet. So where are they upside down pineapples? I don't even know what an upside down pineapple is.
FBI, open up!
Thank you, Brandy. Oh, this is so funny. Oh my God. Thanks, Whistle. Guys, I got to show you this. I just now saw these. I'm going to use these. We have some new art. Are y'all ready? We have some new art in the art gallery section. Oh, we got breaking news coming in. This is an actual picture of Edgar the Seventh. Saint Purvisine of the Greats. Oh my God. Breaking news. Breaking news following, we got Saint Edgar of Purvisine coming in. Ratchet ass breaking news. Here we go. Clutch your pearls. Fredger. This is amazing. Breaking news. We're following the third breaking news story of the day. We got St. Fredger of Pervyville. Beak in tow. Honey, he's got the eyebrows arched to the gods, honey. Got them arched to the gods. Thank you so very much for these. I just now saw these. I've had these. Thank you so much. Hold on one second. I need to text somebody one thing. Okay. Guys, please join me while we go over to Josh on the lab. Hello, Brittany. Good to see you. We need to vote on a favorite. We do. We do. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. And I went to go look. Really do appreciate you. I have no idea what an upside pineapple is. Just in case you're not subbed to Josh yet, here's the link. Go to the lab right now. Yes, Michael. All right, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys over at the labs. Good night, Pearls. Swingers upside down pineapple? Really? Didn't know that. Alrighty then, you learn something new every day. All right, guys, we'll see you guys over at the labs. Love you all. Go be a lab rat and wear your pearls. Come in clutch. Good night. God bless.